It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts, and it's kicking off next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Today, it's an intra-division matchup in the AFC South, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis back with you. Happy to be along for this battle in the AFC South. And this is going to be an interesting division to watch. Fairly or unfairly, it's been much maligned the last few years. We've got some teams in full rebuild mode, but there's a good deal of talent here as well.
There certainly is, and it starts in Jacksonville with their young quarterback, Trevor Lawrence, who's really setting the pace in that division, but the other three trying to get involved. All of them drafted quarterbacks. Will Levis in Tennessee, C.J. Stroud in Houston, and Anthony Richardson in Indianapolis. All of them trying to forge new identities with young quarterbacks.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time, and they're led by the former #1 pick of the draft in his third season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
Last year, we got the Trevor Lawrences so many tapped to be the savior of the Jaguars. He broke 4,000 yards for the first time and threw 25 touchdown passes and guided his team to the playoffs. This young man, he's been good since the first time he picked up a ball in Youth League. They expect nothing less from him again this season.
From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 7. And they'll go again with Etienne. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So here come the Colts to take over for the first time, and leading the way is the #4 pick in the draft out of Florida. Here's Anthony Richardson.
The moment Anthony Richardson's name was announced as the 4th pick in the 2023 draft, it changed the landscape and probably our viewing habits with the NFL. He is must-see viewing. Tremendous athlete, not a lot of experience, but the ceiling as high as it possibly can be.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. This is taken at the 18. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalposts, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
We're scoreless after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pull.
Touchdown, Jaguars! 49 yards for Travis Etienne. And the Jaguars post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Richardson. Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw. This one completes Alec Pierce. 16 more on that one and another 1st down. But Richardson has to get them to the line in a hurry now. Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. That one finds Pierce right side. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Again, it's Richardson. That's complete to Pierce. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Richardson looking to throw this. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Richardson now on 2nd down. And the Colts are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now it's Richardson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Richardson now on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
So a conservative decision there, but it does put them on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, BG.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They go play action with Richardson. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. Agnew now to return. It's a 40-yard punt, but they lose yardage on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there. They'll be looking to get in the end zone again. Had the touchdown, as you see, last drive on 4 carries. And during the break, we were looking at some of the replays from the previous drive. Really good holes created, great space.
Yeah, I like the observation you had, though, during that break about, okay, they've got to do something to slow down their runners. So is it bringing in more defensive linemen? Is it dropping in extra linebackers? What are you going to do? Personally, I'm going to take my safety and drop him into the box. I'm going to have at least 7 in there until he shows that he can beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I've got to slow down the running game.
I was just going to say, you'll take the exposure in the passing game over the top until you can prove that you can stop the running game.
Sometimes you go cold because you haven't thrown it in a while. Let's see if he can heat up again.
Buying time to his left. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a fourth down situation. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has. Back now in Arlington. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he's got Pierce. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. With the defense circling now, fourth down and 7. Fourth down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Richardson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is third down now. Now Richardson. Oh, he's got his tight end, no alley Cox, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 19. This is 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. This is caught. He takes it across for a touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Jamal Agnew. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the Thunderbolt.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Richardson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Richardson to throw it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Richardson looking to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. Throwing now is Richardson. And he'll find Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now the timeout call. So 5 seconds left. And a field goal would send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs, and they try.
There he goes, left side. He's across midfield and down to the 16-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, we're doing all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. 8 yards to go on second down. Second down, here's Richardson. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution is pretty darn good.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for offense.
We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll get this off to ETN. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Lawrence. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Lawrence will throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So it's a win here for the Colts. And it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.